the video that I shared, actually, that's actually been happening for many weeks now. So the times that I've gone out incognito to document some of these violent protests and riots that have happened in Portland, very frequently, actually every night, you will see people who don markings that say press on their clothing and their hats. They're essentially fake journalists. Some of them openly talk about how they're using it because currently a judge has placed a restraining order on law enforcement so that they cannot as easily move or disperse people who identify as journalists. And the question now is who is an actual journalist? Is it anybody who just wears a press marking, or do you have to actually work with the publication? But because that hasn't been figured out, all these Antifa people figure that they're just gonna write that on their clothing and use that and essentially embed themselves among other rioters to give them an extra layer of protection. It's this particular video, if you'd focusing on one particular one, that particular video clip may not show it, but there are other video clips that do out there. If anybody can just write press on their helmet and then engage in riotous behavior and not actually be arrested, well, that's a problem. And we're seeing that happening not just last night, but for weeks and weeks now, actually. And that tactic was used against the federal officers. Now that rioters are attacking county and city property, they're using that same tactic on local police. My personal view, I think that if journalists are refusing to disperse when police give lawful orders to leave an area because a riot has been declared or an unlawful assembly, that's on the journalists to leave. If you choose to stay in a violent, riotous environment, you do put yourself at risk that you may be subject to impact munitions, tear gas, etc.